Hey everybody, welcome to Rush Reality. My name is Sam. Thank you so much for joining me. Now I want you to imagine with me for a moment that it was your life's dream to make a computer game. You'd grown up playing them and you always thought that one day you would build your own. And that day arrived. VR. You wanted to build a game for virtual reality, the next big platform for computing. You were going to put your blood, sweat and tears into building out your true vision of the perfect virtual reality game. Well, you do it. Then a bit of time passes by and absolutely nobody is playing it. Not even one lonely person. You'd be gutted, right? Well, I recently discovered that you can jump onto the Steam reporting website and actually order all the VR games by most played. And once you've done that, you can scroll right to the end. That will show you the games with the lowest amount of players. And when I say lowest, I mean absolutely none. These are the games that have been lost to the barren wasteland of the Steam online store. Until today. I'm going to fire up some of the most promising games at the bottom of that list and see if maybe we've let a little gem slip by. Will you join me? Maybe we can add something fun to our libraries and maybe we can brighten the day of an aspiring developer. Let's jump in. The first game I found is called Disco Destruction. Now this has a very positive rating on Steam. That's actually quite hard to get. There are some really good games that don't manage to achieve that. But it's got absolutely nobody playing it. I don't mean no current players, this game has had no players for years. The game released just over 5 years ago, it is completely free to download and no one's playing it. Why is that? Let's find out. You'll be the DJ tonight and you have to make us some money. I can do that. I will show you how to do it. Yes, please do. Follow me. I'm going to try. Move the DJ to the DJ area. That's the DJ area. Oh, it's horrible to get into place. Look to your left. There is a case with some discs. Yes, there is. Let's have one. We've got 2 copies of Yellow Mood, 1 copy of Blue Mood. We'll take that one, please. Right, the movement style is absolutely awful. I would say teleportation is rubbish in any form, but this is the worst form of it I've ever come across. Okay, we're open for business. We pulled the lever. This is a good game, the achievement says. I think you might be wrong. Never let music stop. I'm trying. Right, so I think we DJ just by pressing play. That is it. I think this must be CD DJ. Never let the music stop. I'm trying. Say sorry like a good boy to them. Is he having a pop? They look happy. They've got good vibes going on. Right, we're going. We've got someone, she likes it. Let's see if we can get some friends. Right, I've got another tune playing. That's it. You got a mate? Come in the same clothes? That's okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's have another disc. They're liking it. I think they might like this one more. Let's turn it up. It's the sound of silence. Whoa, you don't. Oh, no. Back to this one. What's going on? Whoa! Oi! Behave yourself. Don't like that. What is that? That's a poo! They threw an actual poo at me. Whoa! I'm covered in poo. No! Right, this is not fun. They're literally covering me in poo. You play shitty music. Well, it's your shitty tunes. Right, that's enough for me. Disco Destruction is a no. It's got terrible controller bindings, it doesn't work how it should, and it's just not a fun experience. I can absolutely see why this game has no players. Maybe the devs can come back to it and fix it, but for now, this one is not recommended. The next game is Colosseum VR. Now this looked like more of an experience than a game, but it came with some promise. This is a paid experience, albeit it doesn't cost you very much to get it, but it does cost something. I thought that maybe the fact that it had some positive reviews and it cost a few quid might mean that you actually got something pretty good at the end. Now the game looks really good, but there's no sound. It really does need that sound. Let me just check. I've got my headset turned down, but no, even when I've turned it up, there is nothing. It looks pretty good. I would like to control my movement though. We're getting a kind of glimpse at what the Colosseum would have looked like back in Roman times. There is both a giant and tiny penis above me there. That is unusual. It's not something you're used to seeing. The Colosseum looks okay. I feel like the game would be doing some talking here. I'm not afraid. Take me up. Right. So are we gonna? Right, we're going into the air. I would prefer if it gave me a bit of freedom to go and do something, to move around, to try and experience it for myself. The Romans, they're really talking with their hands, playing up to the Italian stereotypes. I think they've been watching a bit too much Sopranos. So far, the scale of the Colosseum is impressive. The experience overall is very dull. It needs some sound, it needs something to guide you, and really they need to give you freedom to roam around a little. Despite some relatively good, if not a little basic visuals, there wasn't much to get excited about here. For me, they've done all the hard work of building out this giant Colosseum. I wanted them to take off the rails and let us explore a little bit. Definitely feels like it needs a bit more polishing before it's worth spending your money and jumping in, but since it released in 2021, I wouldn't hold out too much hope at this point. So that takes me to HordeZ, or HordeZ. Now, this looks quite promising. It looked like a zombie shooter, tried to take a bit of inspiration from World War Z, at least in the naming scheme, but it hadn't had any players for a while. It had actually done quite well around launch by the looks of it, but some years has passed and no one is playing this anymore. Well, when I fired it up, I found out why. Right, so another game that looks like it was made for the HTC Vive, so that clearly will date it a bit. Touch to select. Touch what? Okay. Oh, nice. That auto shoot. Or is it capacitive shoot? Okay, right, let's start working properly. Right, this is janky. I think the controllers are not happy. It shouldn't be popping up the menus like this. I'm not pressing for that to happen. Right, reload. I would like to. I think it's using capacitive touch. Right, big controller issues there. I think it's using the capacitive touch as an actual button, which obviously you don't want to happen. Right, let's try again. Change some controller bindings. Jumping back in. Still doing that auto shoot thing. Stop it. Still popping up the menu without me pressing anything. This is terrible. I understand why no one is playing these. It looks pretty good. They've done all the hard work of building out a visually impressive game, but the controls were awful. Now, my first sign was when I was presented with Vive ones in the display. That showed that it was built for an older interface and maybe I might need to do a bit of tweaking, but it was a nightmare. For me, everything I tried gave me the same poor experience where I just could not get it to work properly, which is a real shame because I think this game looked like it could be a lot of fun. So if the developers ever see this, maybe just jump back in, make a few tweaks, and we'll see if we can breathe some life back into this game. At this point, I'm starting to struggle. I've not really found any games that feel like a hidden gem that we've let slip by, but I'm hoping I can change that because I left the most promising game to last. That was a game called Brisk Square. Now, can this game be my salvation? It looks good. It commands a price point, and it offers a demo so that you can jump in without playing. Of course, that's what I chose to do because I'm cheap. But you know what? If I enjoy it, I'll commit to picking up the full game. This game has 73% good reviews. It's been updated recently, but no one is playing it. Why is that? Right, we're gonna go in brisk mode. It's kind of cool cyberpunk beat. I can't really play it because they probably haven't paid to make it YouTube friendly, and I don't want the video getting demonetized. Right, so it's an auto runner. It's setting us off. I've got a sword. I can kind of cut through things. Oh, and he's shooting at us. Wow. All right, so he shoots a few times. That's fun. That's a... Yeah, that was quite... Is he shooting as well? Oh, he hit me. I thought I'd got out of the way there, but I hadn't. He'd hit me. We're going to have another run. We can get a little bit further into it this time. Maybe that will give me the push to bring this one into my library. I'm playing seated because it's easier for filming with the green screen. But I feel like this game would be much easier if I wasn't and I could actively step out of the way of those things. There's two shooting at me at the same time. That's challenging. Got you both though. Can't deal with me, can you? Whoa. Right. Okay, we're going. We're doing well. I think we'll go this way. We went the other way last time. And then follow these arrows. He was shooting fast. I feel like there's an indicator telling you the way you're supposed to go so you don't just bump into the wall. So one of those routes is a trick route. We're having a bit of a better run here. Some decent length to it. We're getting some options for which ways to go now. Oh, there's something shooting at me from up there as well now. Starting to work up a sweat. Oh, we're going up. Interesting. New environment. I like it. This looks good. Two dudes ducking down to try and get me. He's come up. Gotcha. Oh, he got me in the air. Brutal. I think this game has some real promise. There's a good progression system with upgrades built in, there's different environments, everything is looking really promising. I think this would be better if I put away the green screen, really stood up and gave it everything I've got, and I think I'm going to have to commit to jumping back in and doing that. Maybe we can bring back some life to the old girl. As I say, this game does have a demo mode that you can go and download free of charge. So check it out, and you know what, if you enjoy it, consider picking up the full game. That would be a great way for us to make the day of a developer who's put their hard work into building an experience that is just not being enjoyed. I'm a man of my word, I enjoyed it, so I'm going to be picking up the full game. And you know what, if you've enjoyed this video, a like would be appreciated. A sub to the channel would be amazing, and I'd love to see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.